Hello. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Listen, your content should be making you money, okay? Your content should be making you money. And if it is not, that's because you are doing something wrong. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Good morning. Your content should be making you money. And if it's not, that's because you are doing something wrong. What I am manifesting for you is a life where you wake up and you're posting your content, you're posting your pictures, you're going live, you're doing all of the things, and you're getting paid to do it, okay? It is 2025, we don't do stuff for free. Do you go to work for free? No. So why would you be on these apps for free? Make it make sense. You should be making money with your content. And if you are not, that's because you're doing something wrong. Good morning. Something else I want you to understand is this. You should be making money while you're asleep. I said what I said. You should be making money while you're asleep. And if you are not, you are doing something wrong, but no worries, because I'm going to teach you how to do it right. I'm manifesting a life for you where before you even brush your teeth in the morning, you're already at $200 for the day. Okay, some people have to work all day at their job before they make $200. You could be making $200 before you even get up out the bed. How about a day where you wake up and you're already sitting at $500? Can you say amen? You should be making money while you're asleep. And if you are not, you are doing it wrong. They said, teach me. You came to the right place. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. Something else I need you to understand is this. Good morning. You only need one good digital product, okay? You only need one. And that product that you create and sell will literally change your entire life. It will create the financial freedom that you have been praying and manifesting for, okay? You only need one. There is something that you could be selling today, okay? You have knowledge in something, you have skills with something, you have a passion for something. And whatever that is your first class ticket out your 9 to 5. I can't make this up. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I'm sitting right here in this chair. You need to monetize your knowledge, okay? You know too much to not be making money with it. When I first started, I lost over 100 pounds, you guys. So I took my knowledge of learning how to eat right, learning how to exercise, and I put it into an ebook and I made sales off of it. Do you get what I'm saying to you? There's something that you could be selling right now. But the problem is a lot of you guys are stuck in your head. Good morning. You continue day after day to let fear hold you back. You live in fear. On this side of the internet, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And you have been running from your goals, your business, and your dreams. And until you let go of fear, nothing for you will change. You're so worried about what people are going to think. You're so worried about what people are going to say. You're so worried about looking stupid. You're so worried about failure that you don't even start. We got to let go of fear, you guys. We must let go of fear. She said, wow, couldn't even tell you lost weight. Yes, I lost over 100 pounds. Let's go. Now, what I want to know is this. Who on this live is sick and tired of being sick and tired? If that is you, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat because I'm talking to you this morning. People who are sick and tired, they're actually going to get things done. The key word of this live is execution, okay? We can't continue to talk about what we're going to do. We have to actually do it, folks. A lot of you guys are so addicted to praying, hoping, and manifesting. You're scrolling social media all day trying to get a quick fix of motivation. But if you do not execute, nothing for you will change. Haven't you noticed? You already did the vision board. You already got all the pictures up of what you want your dream life to look like, but you're not executing anything. But those of you guys who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're gonna actually show up and show out because you really want to change your life. What I wanna know is this. Good morning. Who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck? If that is you, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you are fed up with living paycheck to paycheck and you don't want to do it no more, you have had enough, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, because I'm talking to you. Believe it or not, a lot of people love paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. You would think that they don't, but they truly do, because they grew up their whole life in a household that was paycheck to paycheck. Their friends are paycheck to paycheck. Thank you, Nicole. And that's all they know. They could not even begin to imagine a life where they weren't stressed about bills. But if you want better for your life, you know you're worth more, and you know there's something else better for you than the life you're living now, then I am talking to you. Now, if you have no idea what the hell a digital product is, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you don't have a clue or you only know a little bit, go ahead and put me in the chat, because I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you what a digital product is. I'm going to teach you how to create it, and I'm going to teach you how to sell it. This is a judgment-free zone, folks. Don't be shy to put me in the chat. We all didn't know something at some point in time, right? We all had a day one, but you're going to learn today. Listen, at the end of the day, we are human. You are bound to forget something. Life be lifing and stress be stressing. It is in your best interest to write things down. Note takers are money makers, okay? When you do forget, you can look at them notes and you can still execute because you wrote it down. You see how that goes? For those of you guys who are just tuning in, my name is Jasmine. I'm so glad to have you. I'm gonna teach you how to turn your content into cash and how to make money online. If I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. Good morning, digital. The more we like, comment, and share the live, the more this lives get pushed to more people. My goal for TikTok #1 is to get us to 50K likes. And I know for a fact we can do it if everyone comes together and starts double tapping that screen. Believe it or not, a lot of people hate their job. It's not just you. So just like this live found you, let's allow this live to find other people, okay? All right. If you have your pen and paper in hand and you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because we're about to get started. If you have your pen and paper in hand and you are ready to take notes, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because we're about to get started. Also, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. I don't know who they are, but they do steal my videos. They make fake accounts and then they message you. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all. They coming to get you. Beware, beware, beware. They is coming for you. So make sure you follow me so you know it's the real Jasmine. I see 210 people on TikTok #1, but yet I only counted about 10 readies. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. Are you ready to take notes or nah? Are you ready to change your life or nah? If the answer is you're ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Also on this live, you guys, we don't use the phrase I can't. We don't say things like I suck, I'm stupid, it won't work. On this live, we only speak positively to ourselves. If I hear anyone on this live say I can't, I'm giving you the boot, because you're negative. You can and you will do all of the things that I teach you. If I can do it, there is no reason why you can't do it. If other people on these internet streets are doing it, there is no reason why you can't do it. That is a limiting belief that you have ingrained in your head that is keeping you stuck right where you are. You can and you will. Okay? All right. Class is about to begin. Here we go. So what the hell is a digital product and how will you make money? A digital product is something that you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's somewhere out there in the cloud. Double tap that screen, TikTok #1. Let's go, let's go. I'm trying to figure out how we got so many people on this live. Let's go, let's go. Double tap, double tap. So you do not have physical possession of this digital product. It's somewhere out in the cloud, okay? All of y'all, I am on 3 lives. All of y'all can create something to sell. What did I do? I've been doing this for 5 years. I lost over 100 pounds, y'all. I lost a whole person. And what I learned how to do on that journey was eat right and exercise. So I took that knowledge of learning how to eat right and exercise, I put it into an ebook. And I started selling it to other people who were trying to lose a lot of weight too. You see how that go? What I love so much about digital products, you guys, is you only make it once. You only have to make it one time. That's it. Thank you, Caramel. And then you will resell it over and over and over again. To this day, I am still reselling digital products that I made 4 and 5 years ago. So let's go. You can even sell e-courses. So maybe you know how to do hair or makeup, you know how to fix credit. You can make some videos teaching people how to do that, and you resell those videos over and over and over again. You could even sell workbooks and journals. You guys, I can't make this up. There are people on these apps who download workbooks and journals off of Canva. I'm gonna teach you in a second, okay? And then they're selling them to people for $27. $47. I seen someone on TikTok, she bundled up about 20 different journals. She got them right up off Canva, and she was selling them for $149 a pop, okay? She ain't changed up nothing. Downloaded them right up off Canva. If she can do it, why you can't? You know why you're not? Because you're still stuck in your head. You still let fear run your life, and you still are keeping yourself trapped and convincing yourself that you can't do it or that you're not good enough. You can and you will. Now, I am going to give you guys 2 free apps, and these apps will change your entire life if and only if you actually use them. Okay, you got to use them. We got to execute. If you are ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. If you are ready for app numero uno, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. And for those of you guys who are just joining, my name is Jasmine. I'm so glad to have you. I'm teaching you how to turn your content into cash and how to make money online. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, double tap that screen, like, comment, and share. YouTube, let's get some more thumbs up in the live. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The more we interact, the more this live gets pushed to more people. And the key word of this live is execution. You have been talking about Mondays and tomorrows for far too long. Ain't started nothing yet. You've been praying, hoping, and manifesting for change, but you haven't started anything yet. In order for things to change for you, it is going to require you to change, which means you have to show up and show out. Stop asking God to fix all your problems. You got to meet him halfway. You must meet God halfway. He ain't gonna do it all for you. True or false? Because faith without works is what? Thank you, D. Faith without works is dead. So we got to execute. We have got to execute. App number 1. And just so you guys know, I am on 3 lives, so just bear with me while I get everybody straight, okay? App number 1 is Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Good morning. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. The word is execution. The word is execution. That is the key word of this live. Execution. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Let's talk, and let's talk. Canva, my oh my. So, some of y'all already have Canva. Some of y'all like, Jazz, that ain't new. I've been there, done that. Good. I'm glad you have Canva already downloaded on your phone. But my question for you is, are you using it to make money or not? Because if the answer is no, you're going to start today. Not tomorrow, not on Monday, but today, okay? You will use Canva for everything. Maybe, thank you, M. Maybe you're going to finally post content, okay? You done told everybody you're going to be a TikToker, a YouTuber, but you're actually going to execute this time. You can go on Canva and find all the templates for those get ready with me templates that you guys see on Instagram and TikTok. Everything when it comes to content is on there. Maybe you're going to finally make a YouTube channel. I tell you this every single day, and you're going to actually listen. Maybe you need some YouTube thumbnails. Great. You can find that on Canva. Remember earlier I said people are downloading workbooks, journals, affirmation guides, manifestation guides, and reselling them as is? They're getting them off Canva. You better lock in so you can stop clocking in. Let's go, let's go. Maybe you're gonna finally sell an ebook, a digital product. Barbara said, download it right now. Barbara ain't playing with y'all. She gonna get this money, okay? Maybe you're gonna sell this ebook. You gonna lock in and make money online too. They have templates for years on there. So you gotta use Canva. Now what I wanna know is this, who on this live is gonna actually lock in today and start using Canva today. If that is you, go ahead and put Canva in the chat. Thank you, Creations. If you're gonna actually get started today, I need you to put Canva in the chat. If you're not starting until next week or Monday or tomorrow, don't put Canva in the chat. I ain't talking to you, still full of excuses. But for the people who are actually ready to change their life today, they're done talking about it, they're done praying about it, they're done hoping about it. They're gonna actually show up for themselves today. Go ahead and put Canva in the chat because I'm talking to you. Because action takers are money makers. Action takers are money makers. She said, I've been thinking about this for 5 years. Guess what? The thinking is over. You're doing it today. The day is the day. Today is the day. And real quick before we move on to app number 2, for those of you guys who are still living in fear, because I know it's a lot of y'all on here, and you're so worried about being too old. For some reason, you have convinced yourself that you're not good with all this technology stuff because you're old. You don't know how to do any of this. You can't make no money. You're not tech savvy. Let me explain something to you. First and foremost, you're still living in fear. You're scary as hell. Because it is not too late for you to make money online. I don't care how old you are. Until you are 6 feet under, it's not too late. That's number 1. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. Yes, you are. Because you use your phone every day. True or false? You know how to use your phone well enough to click up on these apps. You scrolled through your For You page and you found this live this morning. Your children did not help you do it. You did it on your own. You take pictures, you make phone calls, and you send texts. True or false? Okay, so that's a lie that you have told yourself. You are not too old and you are tech savvy and you can and you will make money on these apps too. And honestly, if you are quote unquote old, you have more knowledge than the young folks. So you have more things that you could be selling because you done been through some things. You have more wisdom. Let's go. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all just tuning in, my name is Jasmine. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. The key word of this live is execution. We're not just going to talk about it. We're going to do it. We're going to show up and show out. We are going to lock in so we can stop clocking in. We're going to finally build financial freedom and we're going to finally start the business we've been talking about for years. Okay? Okay. App number 2, write it down, write it down, write it down. Chat GPT. Let's go. Let's talk. Chat GPT. Chat GPT. Let's go. Let's go. Chat GPT, y'all. Chat GPT. This app right here, this app right here, good old chat, will change your whole life. How do I know? Because he changed mine, okay? Now, some of y'all already got Chat GPT. Some of y'all use it every day. You're like, Jazz, that ain't new. I'm using it all day long. Good. But my question for you is, if you're already familiar with chat, are you using it to make money? Are you using it to run your business? Because if the answer is no, you're going to start today. Everything, and I mean everything that you need to be successful on these online streets, you can get the information of ChatGPT, but you have to ask for it. You got to ask, okay? Now, don't you need a membership for ChatGPT? No, you can use the free. ChatGPT does have a premium version. I do pay for premium, absolutely, but you are 1000% good on free. We ain't got to start adding up a whole bunch of subscriptions. You are good on the free version, okay? If you want to upgrade, go ahead. It's $19.99, but you do not have to. You will get all your answers for the free version, okay? Now, everything that you need, ChatGPT will tell you. So maybe you're going to finally make videos. You're done talking about it. You're going to actually do it. But you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. No worries. You don't have to know because ChatGPT will tell you. It'll tell you. Maybe you want to make the YouTube videos, but you're not too sure what to say. Guess what? ChatGPT will script the whole video for you. Maybe you're going to finally sell a digital product. You want to make money online too. Did you know ChatGPT will write your ebooks for you? Yes, it will write it for you, but you got to ask. You guys, I've been doing this for 5 years. When I first started, I started selling my weight loss ebooks, okay? I didn't know about ChatGPT. I didn't have a clue. I wrote my own ebook. I had to use my brain. I had to use my English skills and my grammar skills and construct my own ebook. Not anymore. Not today. You don't even need a brain. The only thing you need is Chat GPT. So let's lock in. I gave you Canva. App number 1 was Canva. I gave you Chat GPT. Now we have to put it together and make the digital product. Thank you, the creator. If you're ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Good morning. If you are ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. And if you do not have your pen and paper in hand, it would be in your best interest to get it now, because I'm about to give you prompt number 1. I'm about to give you prompt number 1. Remember, we got to execute. That's the key word of this live is execution. How can you execute something and you don't know what you're doing? Make it make sense. I guarantee you by 2 o'clock this afternoon, you're going to forget half of what I said. But if you write it down, you can still do it. If you're ready, put ready in the chat. I see 150 people on TikTok number 1. I see 50 people on TikTok number 2. I know about these apps. She said, the problem is I don't know how to actually create. Guess what? I got you. Get your pen and paper in hand. Let's go. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. TikTok number 1, make it make sense. I'm trying to figure out how we only have 5.5K likes on this live with almost 200 people on here, but we got TikTok number 2 with not even half of that. And we're at 4,000 likes. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. YouTube, thumbs up the live. Let's go, let's go. Here we go. Prompt number 1, write it down. Double tap the screen. Just double tap the screen. Prompt number 1, write it down. Here we go. Barbara said, I'm double tapping. Amen, amen. Barbara gonna get this information. She ain't playing with y'all. Write this down. Here we go. Prompt number 1. You're gonna open up Chat GPT and you're gonna put in there, give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. That's prompt number 1. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I ain't playing with Barbara this morning. Barbara crazy, y'all. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. No student of mine shall be left behind. If you got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. Thank you, Regina. No student shall be left behind. If you need it to be repeated, please ask. We got to execute. How are you going to execute and you don't even know what to put in ChatGPT? Make it make sense. If you got that, put got that in the chat. I see 180 people on TikTok number 1. I see 40 people on TikTok number 2, and I see 10 people on YouTube. I should see a bare minimum of 100 got that's. I understand some of y'all are driving. Please don't text and drive. Thank you, Jamie. Some of y'all are at work and you will get in trouble if they see you with your phone on the floor. But the rest of you guys are sitting on your couch at home. If you got that, please put got that in the chat. We're going to move forward. Do not DM me asking me to repeat it because I'm going to ignore your ass because you hard-headed. I can. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you guys type it, I can pin it. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Thank you, Katie. Katie on the couch. She gonna get this information. Thank you, Marsha. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Y'all got that? Going once, don't DM me, ask me to repeat none, because you hard-headed. You hard-headed. Because you could have asked on this live and you chose not to, which means you don't really care. And since you don't care, why should I? Make it make sense. Going once. Going twice, we move forward, not back. We move forward, not back. How to clear my skin from dark spots, I'm vegan. So when I stopped eating dairy, my face cleared up. Going once. Going twice. Okay, y'all got that. Great. So you're gonna hit enter. You're gonna hit enter, and it's gonna give you exactly what you asked for. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Now, remember what we said? A digital product could be anything. App number 1 was Canva. Y'all better keep up. We move forward, not backwards. App number 1 was Canva. App number 2 was ChatGPT. Okay. You're gonna hit enter. It's gonna give you exactly what you asked for. You're welcome. 10 digital product ideas you can sell that solve a problem. Now, remember what we said, a digital product could be anything. So we said it could be an ebook, an e-course, it could be a private community, workbooks, journals, audio. It just means digital. That's all that means. Now, how do we choose the digital product idea that is best for you? We gotta strategize here, okay? Please write this on your paper. Anything that you want to be successful with, whatever success means for you, requires you to be consistent. Anything that you want to be successful with, whether it's business, life, it doesn't matter, requires you to be consistent, okay? So, and whatever success means for you doesn't matter. Maybe you want to lose weight. You want to successfully lose weight, like how I did. I lost over 100 pounds. How was I able to do that successfully? Because I consistently ate less food and I consistently went to the gym, okay? Maybe you want to successfully save money. Great, you can do that. But that's going to require you to consistently stop spending it, okay? The same applies with business. You want to run a successful business? Great. That means you have to consistently show up for it. Now, let's make this easy because life is hard. We got all these bills we're paying. You're at this job you hate. They got you overworked and underpaid. Life is just hard. Let's put life on easy mode for once, okay? How can you consistently show up for something easily? Choose something off that list that ChatGPT gave you that you actually like, that you actually have knowledge in, that you actually have skills with and a passion for, okay? It is so much easier to show up when you're having fun. I'm not trying to set you up for failure, y'all. You already go to a job that you don't like, right? Well, I don't want you to come home and feel like you're working some more because then you're not gonna do it, you're gonna give up, and you're gonna be right where you've been. But if you choose something off that list that you like, okay, now you don't feel like you're working. Now you're having fun, and it's easy for you to show up consistently. You see how that go? So do yourself a favor and pick something off that list that you like. It is 2025. We don't have to chase trends, okay? You can make a lot of money in any niche. Write this on your paper. Money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. So as long as the energy's there, you're having fun, you're showing up, being consistent and helping people, I promise you, you will make a lot of money in any niche. Doesn't matter. There are kids on YouTube who make millions of dollars doing the stupidest things. How can they do that? Because they're consistent, because they're having fun. Money flows where energy goes. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. If you're ready for prompt number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Come on, come on, come on. And if ChatGPT gave you 10 things and you don't like none of those things, just ask for 10 more. Just keep asking until it gives you something that you want to run with. It's as simple as that. If I am not a new face to you and you have seen me before, how is it that I'm able to show up consistently every day for my weight loss and fitness content? You guys, I have a whole brand teaching people how to lose weight because I love lifting weights. I'm in the weight room every day. It is so much fun. So it is so easy for me to show up consistently teaching people how to eat right and how to live a healthy lifestyle because I live a healthy lifestyle and I love it. I love it. For those of you guys who follow my coaching content, how is it that I'm able to show up consistently teaching people how to make money online? It's easy because I love talking business. I love talking about how we're going to turn $10 into 100, into 1,000, into 10,000. I love it. So it's so easy for me to be consistent talking about it. Let's go. Prompt number 2. Once you choose a digital product idea that you want to run with, you will then put in ChatGPT. Prompt number 2, here we go. Write me an outline that helps people solve this problem. Write me an outline that helps people solve this problem. Write me an outline that helps people solve this problem. Thank you, Grace. If you got that, put got that in the chat. No student of mine shall be left behind. If you got that, put got that in the chat. Oh, it won't let me pin it. I don't know why. If you got that, put got that in the chat. Let's go, let's go. I see 150 people on TikTok, number 1. I see 40 people on TikTok, number 2. And I see 6 people on YouTube. Let's go. If you got it, ask or say it. If you need it to be repeated, please ask or forever hold your peace. The key word of this live is execution. How can you execute something you don't even know what you're doing? Make it make sense. Yes, write me an outline that helps people solve this problem. Thank you, baby. Write me an outline that helps people solve this problem. And remember, on this live, we don't say the words, I can't, I suck, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, it ain't gonna work for me, I'm not worthy. No. We don't know. All that negative crap that y'all love to say to yourself, that stops today. If I can do it, you can do it too. If other people on these online streets are doing it, then you can do it too. Okay. Y'all got that. Very good. Now you're gonna hit enter. You're gonna hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to make money online, because ChatGPT literally just wrote your ebook for you. Again, when I first started years ago, I didn't know about ChatGPT. I had to write my own ebook. I had to use my own brain, and I had to think, and I had to use my English skills and remember stuff from high school. Not today. All you need is ChatGPT and your whole life can change. Now that it wrote it for you, all you have to do is copy and paste. This is what life on easy mode looks like. You will copy what ChatGPT gave you and you will paste it into your Canva template. So you're gonna open up Canva. In the search bar, you're gonna put ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna bring up hundreds and hundreds of different templates. Just pick one. They are all 1000% customizable. You will copy and paste what ChatGPT gave you into Canva. Put this on your paper, please. KISS, K-I-S-S. KISS, K-I-S-S. That stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. A lot of you guys love to overthink. You are overthinking queens. Just make sure that it is clean, simple, and legible. That's it. Less is more. Unless you're doing some type of coloring book, you don't need a whole bunch of colors and pictures on one page. Less is more. Keep it clean, simple, legible. That's it. Now, one thing I have noticed, I always review my students' ebooks before they start selling them. Some of them always have the words running off the page, okay? Please do yourself a favor and your customers a favor. Bring the margins in so you don't have sentences running off the page. When have you ever read a book where words are cut off? Never. Please narrow in the margins, okay? Once you are done copying and pasting, you will download it as a PDF file. P as in Peter, D as in dog, F as in Franklin. You will then upload that file to your hosting site. Write these down. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you got that, put got that in the chat. No student shall be left behind, not on my watch. If you got that, put got that in the chat. These are hosting sites. There's plenty more out there, but these are some of the most popular ones. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Jasmine. I'm so glad to have you. I'm teaching you how to turn that content into cash, how to make money online and build financial freedom. If I say anything at all that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, thank you, Verdi. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share. KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. That's all it stands for. Don't overthink nothing. Just do it and keep it simple, okay? Y'all got that? Yes, Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Y'all got that? Thank you, D. Y'all got that? Okay. I'm still trying to figure out how we got 150 people on TikTok, number one. I only saw about 10 got that. Are y'all sleeping? Are you asleep? How can we execute it? We all know what we're supposed to be doing. Make it make sense. Y'all gonna get up off this live and have excuse after excuse. Still ain't gonna get nothing done. Talking about some shoulda, woulda, coulda. God, please help me. God ain't gonna help you till you help yourself. God ain't gonna help you till you help yourself. You can't pray for financial freedom. You gotta put one foot in the front of the other and create it. Okay? You gotta create it. Let's go. Let's go. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Now, listen. The beauty of having a coach and a mentor is they can teach you what to do and what not to do, all from experience, okay? I have been doing this for 5 years. I have made a lot of money on these apps, but I also have made a lot of mistakes. Okay? But that's the beauty of life. You learn, and then you do better next time, right? One of the biggest lessons I learned in business, okay? Do not spend money that you don't have. Some people might say, duh, that's common sense. No, it's not. No, it's not. If you didn't come from a family that taught you about financial literacy, it's not common sense, okay? Listen, I use Stand Store. I love Stand Store. Stand Store is great. But Stand Store is expensive. It's expensive. Stand Store is $99 a month, okay? If you're not making any sales, that is extremely high. Shopify is $49 a month. Again, if you don't have any sales yet, that's extremely expensive. So you don't start there. That's not where you're gonna start, okay? You're gonna start on Gumroad, Gumroad, Gumroad. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. So until you make sales, you don't spend no money. Isn't that great? That's great. So that's where you're gonna start. Now, because you're taking notes and you're gonna execute, you're done with the excuses, you're gonna show up and show out, and you're gonna do everything that I'm teaching you to do on this live, you're gonna make sales. And when you do make sales, you will bring your tail over to Stand Store, because Stand Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. If you did not know, people love a good payment plan, okay? But for now, you can start on Gumroad, okay? Now, we have Canva, we have ChatGPT, we put it together, made our digital product. Now we have to learn how to sell it. But before we get into sales, I need to make something very clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and putting it together, yes, Gumroad, absolutely, Ashley. That process of putting that together should not take you longer than 2 hours. I said what I said. You got 2 hours from start to finish. It really shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you some grace. And I don't care how old you are, okay? I don't care if you are 500 years old and you don't even know what a cell phone is. It should not take you longer than 2 hours. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a problem. One problem that you might be struggling with is your need to be perfect. You're just a perfectionist, right? Everything about you just must be perfect or it ain't right. So if that means you have to sit on an idea for 10 years before you launch, then that's what you're gonna do because you're just a perfectionist. Then you're gonna take your idea and you're gonna tell everybody about it, even though they don't even run a business. You still want their opinion because their opinion means the most to you because you can't just get stuff done. So then you're gonna think about it for another 6 months and waste more time. You're gonna take stuff out, put stuff in, you're gonna wait again, you're gonna think, you're gonna overanalyze, you're gonna tell yourself you can't because you're just a perfectionist. If that is you, go ahead and put guilty in the chat. How do I know? Because I used to be the same exact way. I can't make this up. If that is you, go ahead and put guilty in the chat. She said, that's exactly what I'm doing. I already know. I already know. Thank you, D. I already know. I've been there. I've done it. And you're doing nothing but wasting time. You're just wasting time. If you feel like you're a perfectionist, I need to hold your hand tightly when I say this to you, okay? Listen, you are not perfect. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you are not perfect. You are flawed. You got some ish with you, okay? I'm not perfect. I am flawed, and I got some shit with me too. We all do. Ain't nobody on this earth perfect. So how can you create something perfect if you're not perfect? What you really are is scary, okay? You are still living in fear. And what did we say fear stands for on this live? It stands for fuck everything and run. And you're running, gone. You are so worried about failure. You're so worried about people laughing at you. You're so worried about looking stupid. You're so worried about all of these things that you're preventing yourself from getting started. And what you're really doing is self-sabotaging. That's what you're doing. Because you are so afraid of feeling the disappointment if you don't get the results that you want. You can't stand that feeling of disappointment, so you self-sabotage by avoiding so that you don't have to feel it. So all the excuses that you make, all the times that you procrastinate, it's just you trying to protect yourself from the feeling of disappointment, okay? But let me give you a reality check. You already said that you hate your job. You already said they got you overworked and underpaid. They're only giving you a 2% annual raise, and you're not happy there. So every single day that you go, you're already disappointing yourself because you don't like it. But how can you get out of that situation? How can you get out of paycheck to paycheck struggles if your business isn't making sales? See, you can't make sales when you don't have something to sell, in case you didn't know. You got to have something that you're selling in order for somebody to buy something from you. Okay. And honestly, if you're not making sales, then respectfully, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. I'm trying to build you a business. Okay. So you got to make some sales, which means you have to launch the product. So get out your head and get into your bag. Thank you, Ashley. So no more perfectionist bullshit. We're not doing that no more. That's over with. You gonna launch. You gonna launch. Okay. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours is because you are distracted AF. You got all the distractions. You're sitting at home watching Love Island and Housewives. You are on the phone gossiping with your girlfriends about nothing. You guys ain't talking about no business plans, no content, not saving money. You're talking about drama. You're just gossiping about nothing. You're scrolling on social media, laughing at funny videos. On your weekends or your days off, you're outside. You're at the cookouts and the pool parties. You're going to happy hours and Taco Tuesdays. You're doing all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life forever. Those distractions that we love to hold on to, that's really just a form of escapism, okay? You are trying to escape a life that you're not happy with instead of create a life that you no longer feel the need to escape from. So starting today, you're not doing that anymore. You are going to turn the TV off. You can't multitask. It doesn't work for you. You are going to put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you'll call them back. You got money to make. You're going to sit your ass down for 2 hours and you're going to finish the product. You're going to start it and finish, not start and stop, because you never come back to it. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. Are we clear? If we are clear, go ahead and put clear in the chat. Let's go. If we are clear, you're going to put clear in the chat. Listen, I've been there, done. That's how I know. This is how I know, because I used to waste time too. Let's go. Now, we got to talk about sales. So what we just did, we created it. Now we got to sell it. And I'm going to be honest, that creation part, that's 20% of the equation. The other 80% of the equation is sales. And this part right here, sales, is where most people fail. And it's not because things you may think of. Listen, I know I'm smart. I know I'm great. I know I'm special. But I'm not doing anything, honestly, that nobody else can't do. I'm just being real. There's nothing that I'm doing that other people can't do. The reason why I make the money I make is because I execute. I don't just talk about shoulda, woulda, couldas. I just show up and I show out. The reason why most people fail at sales is because they say silly things to themselves like, well, I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to be too salesy. I don't want to talk about my product too much and people unfollow me. What if I'm annoying? What if people think I'm begging? If you have said anything along those lines, go ahead and put guilty in the chat because we got to have a discussion. If you have said anything along those lines, go ahead and put guilty in the chat. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, my name is Jasmine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. Teaching you how to turn your content into cash. Let's go. First, what I need you guys to do, we got to rewire our mindset. Selling is not begging. That's number one. Selling is solving. You are solving someone's problem. What did the ChatGPT prompt say? Give me 10 digital product ideas I can create that solve a problem. So you're not begging anyone for anything. That's number one. If you've seen my face before, if you've followed me on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you found me before, TikTok, how is it that I'm able to talk about my Glow Up Academy every single day without worrying about people thinking I'm begging or unfollowing me or feeling too salesy? Because I'm solving people's problems. That's how. People want to learn how to make money online. I got the solution. I teach them. People want to learn how to become more confident in themselves. I got the solution. I teach them. People want to learn how to be their highest version and learn how to be consistent and disciplined and accountable. I teach them. I got the solution. I promise you, I'm not worried about what people think. I'm not worried about people thinking I'm begging them because I know I'm not. I don't care who unfollows. That means they weren't ready to invest in themselves in the first place. They love being their lower version. They don't want to be their highest version. So that's okay. I'm not for them, right? Cool. Amazon. We all know who they are, okay? We are all Prime members. Back to school just ended, right? Well, do you think Amazon's marketing team was sitting in their office before and was like, you know what? Even though it's about to be back to school time and there's millions of Americans across the country who are about to send their college kids to school, maybe we shouldn't make any commercials advertising our services because we don't want people to think we're begging them for money. We don't want to be too salesy. And we don't want people to unsubscribe from their Prime membership. So let's just chill out on commercials. You think they said that? No, they didn't. How do I know? Because I saw all the commercials. They made their commercials and they put them in your face. It's back to school time. If you're sending your kid to college, we got the dorm room stuff for them, right? And you saw those commercials on cable, YouTube, on your Instagram feed, TikTok feed. They put them right in your face. They're not worried about who thinks they're annoying. They're not worried about you unsubscribing from Prime. They know you're not going nowhere because they got a solution to your problem. You love to be lazy. I know I do. You love convenience. I know I do. You don't want to go outside for your products. You want them delivered to your doorstep tomorrow. And they got the solution to your problems. So if Amazon can have that energy about their products and services, and I can have that energy about my products and services, well, then that means it's time for you to have that energy about your products and services. So let's talk about sales. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. There's no such thing as posting too much, Melissa. That doesn't exist. That is a figment of your imagination. I post about 10 times a day. I don't care. Let's go, let's go, let's go. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you followed Fashion Nova, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Fashion Nova's on Instagram all day long. They post every hour. They texting your ass like crazy, true or false. And they sending about 20 emails a day letting you know about that same 20% off sale they always got going on, true or false. And I promise you, they're not worried about you thinking they're annoying because they know you still gonna buy when you get paid. Let's go. Stop playing. Stop playing. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, honestly, you guys, I'm gonna be real. These sales tips that I'm giving you, listen, I am not the coach that's going to sell you a dream. Okay? You're gonna have to show up and show out for your business. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will have to show up and show out for your business. If you are allergic to hard work, then respectfully just leave now. If you don't want to put in any energy or effort, then respectfully just leave now. At least you know how to create the product. But will you sell it? Absolutely not, because you don't want to lay the foundation. You want quick fixes, and quick fixes don't exist. If they did, you would already be making the money you want to make, true or false. So the same energy and effort you put into that job that you hate so much to build someone else's business is the same energy and effort you must put into your business to build your business. Make it make sense. It's like some people, the minute you mention work, they run in to their job that they claim they hate so much. You're going to have to show up. And let me address failure real quick, because a lot of y'all are confused. A lot of y'all are so afraid to start because you don't want to fail. Well, failure only exists when you quit. So if you don't quit, you don't fail. Some of y'all think failure means you posted your first TikTok reel and you didn't get 10,000 followers in 10 minutes, so you failed. No. Some of y'all think that if you make your first YouTube video and it doesn't get 100,000 views in 30 minutes, then you failed. No. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first digital product and you don't make $50,000 by tomorrow, then you failed. No. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel, when you say, I'm done, I don't want to do this no more. Well, then that's when you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, just a little bit, not even a lot of bit, just a little bit better than you were yesterday, then you didn't fail. You're still in it. People quit, and that's why they fail. Sales tip number 1, note takers and money makers, write this down. Content is king, and distribution is queen. Content is king, and distribution is queen. All right, so let's break this down so it makes the most sense. Content is king. Yes, absolutely, breathe. You're not failing. Just keep going. Content is king. Let's talk about it. My ultimate goal for you is to have you posting every day. That's what we're working towards. Now, before you freak out, before you run away, listen, I understand we're not all there yet. I wasn't posting every day when I first started either. This is a journey that we're on. okay? This is a content creation and digital product journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We all start somewhere, okay? Some of you guys are camera shy. So today, you're not gonna be able to post every day because we gotta get you out your camera shyness. I used to be camera shy too, okay? But we're gonna get you out of it. You're gonna be good to go. Some of you guys aren't necessarily camera shy. You will record the video. Some of y'all will edit, but then you just let it sit in your drafts because you're so afraid to hit upload. Okay, well, obviously, if that's what you're struggling with, you're not posting every day yet, right? Doesn't matter. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna get you right. But wherever you're at in your journey, just know that you are working towards every day. That's the ultimate goal, okay? Is every day. And not only will you post every day, you will also build a bare minimum of 3 platforms. That's the distribution is queen part. Yes, even if you want to be faceless, absolutely. Same thing. So distribution is queen. You will be building a bare minimum of 3 platforms. Well, why 3? Well, because 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out trying to figure out your life, right? Well, let's say you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it. What would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out like all the other TikTokers who put their eggs into a TikTok basket and nowhere else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I make a lot of money on TikTok. I was sad. But I also make a lot of money on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. So honestly, I didn't really care. I always teach my students to stay proactive, so we never have to be reactive. In other words, let's stay ready so we never have to get ready. Now, which platforms should you be on? Well, that's your choice. But let me just tell you something. YouTube is the most watched platform. See, a lot of y'all are confused. A lot of y'all think it's TikTok. You're wrong. It ain't no TikTok. A lot of y'all think it's Instagram. You are wrong. It is not Instagram. It's YouTube. YouTube has replaced cable TV. I'm going to always urge and encourage you to make a YouTube channel. Now, to be honest, YouTube is slow growth. It's going to take you some years. But as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we need to reshift our mindset. We don't live for tomorrow when you're truly trying to become an entrepreneur. You don't live for tomorrow. You are planting the seeds for the future. That's what you're doing when you run a business, okay? Jeff Bezos was not expecting to be rich off of Amazon next week. He planted the seeds of Amazon damn near 30 years ago. And he is now reaping the harvest of all of the seeds that he planted 30 years ago. And he's sitting pretty. All entrepreneurs have that mindset, successful ones. YouTube will not make you rich tomorrow. No, it will not. But if you show up for it consistently, you'll be so happy that you did. A year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, all of your favorite YouTubers who are making millions of dollars on YouTube are 8+ years deep. So while you're sitting here trying to figure out how you're going to pay your rent in a few days, they planted their seeds years ago and they don't have them problems today. When I first started, I started on YouTube. I didn't start on Instagram or TikTok, okay? I sold my first ebook. I only had 52 subscribers on that YouTube channel. Only 52. The channel itself was not yet monetized. But I was still able to make money off of that YouTube channel through my digital products. Well, fast forward 4 years later, that channel now has 18,000 subscribers and it is now monetized. So not only do I sell my digital products on that channel, I also get a Google AdSense check. I have ads running through my videos. I planted my seeds years ago, and now I am reaping the rewards of all that hard work today. So I need you to have that same mindset when you are starting your business. No, it will not make you rich tomorrow. But I promise you, if you just keep showing up, you will be so happy that you did. Now, I know. And also, before we move on, YouTube, you guys, when you have a question about something, you go to YouTube, right? You don't go to TikTok. When you want to know how to do something, you go to YouTube. Let's stop playing around, okay? So make your YouTube channel. Make your YouTube channel. Just start posting, okay? Now, I know a lot of you guys are in your head, and you're like, Jazz, girl, I was with you, but you said I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You're telling me to post every day, build 3 platforms, get on YouTube. You're telling me to do all this stuff. Honestly, I don't know if I have time for this. Honestly, I don't even think I can do this anymore. You are kind of talking me right about this. This sounds hard. You're right. It is hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. But before you run away, before you give up on yourself, just hold on for 1 second. Maybe I can change your mind. Just maybe. I've been making money online for 5 years. I started during COVID. And digital products, content creation changed my whole life, literally. I now have my dream apartment. I drive my dream car. I live my dream life. I run my own 24 hours. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want. I'm not punching into anyone's time clock. I'm not asking for permission to leave work early or come late. I do what I want. But before all of this, I lived a very different life. Okay? I used to work a 9 to 5. And I was so excited when I got that job because it was my first adult job post-graduation. See, I fell into the American dream bullshit that they sell everybody in high school. Go to college, get a 4-year degree, get student loan debt that you know you're not going to pay back, right? Work hard, live paycheck to paycheck, retire in 40 years, get Social Security that's not going to be able to pay your bills, and die. So I said, shit, where do I sign up? Let's go. So I went and got a 4-year degree. Everyone else was going to college. I had to go to college too. And I was so excited because I got my degree. So I'm like, life is about to start. Here I am, 23 years old, 6 months graduation. I got my first job. So I moved out of our mom's house. I'm ready to start my life. So I got my own apartment. And I had to do the American thing to do, which was go out and get a car note, right? Because my raggedy ass car, that wasn't going to cut it for this job. No, the car had to match the job. So I went out and got a car note. Paying bills, got this car note, car insurance, food, gas, lights, all the things, right? I'm starting this job. I realized quick, fast, and in a hurry, I'm broke as hell. By the time I pay all them bills, I am broke. Broke as a joke. I also had to start paying back them student loans. See, Sally Mae, she's kind of generous, you know? She'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get your shit together. She's not gonna call you. She's not gonna harass you. She's not gonna send you no letters. She's gonna give you 6 months. Just focus on getting a job. But when that 6-month mark hits, she's calling and she's sending letters, letting you know, it's time to pay up, girl. I had 11 student loan accounts wrapped up under one monthly payment of $450. I could not afford that at all. And every month that I did not pay my student loans, I had 11 missed payments on my credit. So those American dreams of getting a house won't gonna happen because I was late every month. My credit was shot. Can you say 520? My credit was fucked. So not only was I broke, not only did I have bad credit, I also hated my job. College didn't prepare me for corporate America. Nobody did. I went in there naive as hell. Just had this big ass smile on my face. I thought everyone at work was my friend. I was like, wow, they're so nice. They would come up to me, ask me questions, ask me about my love life, my weekend. They really just made me feel safe. You know, they would ask me who I liked at the job, who I didn't, what managers were getting on my nerves. They invited me to happy hour. They invited me to their houses. I was like, wow, these people are so nice. I learned that people will laugh with you. They'll talk to you. They'll act like they really care about you. And they'll be the same people trying to get you fired. They'll be the same people sending emails trying to get you written up. They'll be the same people stabbing you in the back to get a promotion. I hated my job. 6 months in, I was ready to quit. I put in applications after applications after applications. I probably put in about 500 applications trying to get out. I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. See, I was only 23 when I started. The next youngest person was 32 years old. I was miserable, and nobody was calling me back. All those applications I put in, all those hours. See, back then they had those real assessment tests that you had to put in. Like the assessment test was like an hour, and I was spending my whole weekend putting in applications, and nobody's calling me back. For the first time in my life, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to be trapped, then consider yourself blessed. But if you know what it feels like to be trapped, it's like no matter what you do, it doesn't get better, right? No matter how hard you try, it does not get better. No matter how many applications you put in, no one calls you back. No matter how much you try to keep the peace at your job, they still find stuff to pick with you at. You guys, I stopped talking to people. You know, they wrote me up because I wasn't talking anymore. I was in the break room gossiping. I was sitting in my car. They wrote me up because I wasn't being friendly. They would write me up for any and everything. I was so miserable there, you guys. I was so miserable. I used to cry every day. I would pull up before I went to the job. I would cry in my car and just pray to God, Lord, please don't let them mess with me today. Please, I just want to go in there. I want to do my job. I don't want to talk to nobody. They would pick at me for any and everything that they could. I even picked up a new habit just to cope with how depressed I was. I started drinking. First, it was just a couple drinks a night just to ease my nerves when I got home. But then it turned into an everyday thing. I could no longer sleep at night unless I was drunk. I was depressed. And I'm telling you this story because if anything that I'm saying resonates with you, well then respectfully, you're already doing something hard. Going to a job that you hate every day is hard. Being in a toxic work environment every day is hard. Stressing out about how you're going to pay your bills is hard. Making payment arrangement after payment arrangement, knowing damn well when that arrangement day comes, you still not gonna have the money, but you just trying to buy time, that's hard. Feeling like your livelihood is in someone else's hands, meaning if they wanted to fire you, they could, and your whole life goes to shits, that's hard. And you're gonna ask, is it hard to post content and show up for your business every day? Well, I've done both, and I will always choose this because this comes with freedom. This comes with peace. Thank you, travel. I get to be myself. You can't even be yourself at work, right? You got to put on a mask like everyone else. You got to play the games, the politics. You got to act like you like people when you don't. That's toxic. That's hard. You are overworked and underpaid. They only give you a 2% raise every year. How the hell can you keep up with inflation? You can't, which is why you're always broke. When you run your business, you get to talk about what you want, what you love. You get to help people how you want, and you get paid. I'm no longer stressing out about who's going to write me up today. And let me tell you something else before we move forward. If you work 8 hours or more like how I did, you realize you're with people that you don't even like more than you are with your loved ones, right? Because I literally work 9 to 5. Okay, so I got off at 5 o'clock like everybody else in my city. So a 20-minute car ride turns into over an hour every day because I'm sitting in traffic. Now, by the time you get home, you are emotionally drained. You are exhausted. You really only have about 2 to 3 hours to spend with your spouse or your kids if you have kids. And then it's time to go to bed and do it all over again the next day, week after week. And then, okay, you have the weekend. Sure. No, not really. You have Saturday. Saturday is the only day that you truly just get to do what you want. But Sunday, you have to prepare for the work week, right? So that includes cooking, cleaning, going to the grocery store, and mentally preparing yourself for the bullshit waiting for you on Monday. Listen, I don't know what God you serve. Not my business. But the God I serve, he didn't put me on this earth for that type of life. To be crying every day, to be feeling trapped every day, depressed, drinking every day. Why would the God I serve set me up for that? He didn't. I was not put on this earth just to pay bills and die. But that's how they programmed me to think. That's what they told me life was. That's just life. That's the American dream, right? To be miserable, depressed, trapped, sad. That's the American dream. Well, then I'll respectfully pass. Now you do what you want. But I just wanted to remind you, in case that fear was creeping in, trying to convince you that you can't do it, you're doing something way harder every day. Every day. Now let's talk about this content. In your content, you must be relatable, authentic, and targeting people's pain points. Relatable, authentic, targeting people's pain points. Okay? I need you guys to understand this. People today have very short attention spans, which means you must get to the point and quick if you want them to watch your videos. Think about it. You're scrolling on your For You page, just trying to find a video to watch, right? You got about 2 to 3 seconds to grab their attention. People connect through emotions. In order to get people to stop scrolling and start watching, you must target people's pain points. Let me give you some examples. Throughout this live, you have heard me targeting yours. You have heard me say things like, are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Are you tired of dragging yourself to a job that you hate? Are you tired of feeling overworked and underpaid? When you were scrolling on your For You page trying to figure out something to watch, the minute you heard me say anything along those lines, I got you to stop scrolling. And you've been tuned in ever since. So it doesn't matter what the niche is. That doesn't matter. Because there are pain points in every single niche. And you must make sure you say those things when you create your content, and for those of you guys who decide to go live. That is how you get people to stop scrolling and start watching. And the reason you need them to start watching is so that you can get them to start buying. If you're ready for sales tip number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning. If you're ready for sales tip number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, my name is Jasmine. You need to be relatable, authentic, and target people's pain points. Relatable, authentic, and targeting people's pain points. I am teaching you how to turn your content into cash and how to make money online. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share. The more we engage with this live, the more this live gets pushed to more people. Also, make sure you guys follow me so you do not lose me okay? I don't know who they are, but they do steal my videos and make fake accounts, and then they message you. So beware, because they're coming to get you. All right? Okay. Very good. Note takers are money makers. The key word of this live is execution, folks. We got to execute. We could talk a good game all day, but if you don't show up, if you don't do it, nothing is going to change. So you're taking notes so you can execute. All right. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. If they don't like you, they're not going to buy it. If they don't know you, they're not going to buy it. And if they don't trust you, they're not going to buy it. So how do we get people to like us? Well, you can't. You do not have that power. You cannot make people like you, but you can do what I told you to do in your content. Be relatable, be authentic, and target people's pain points. As long as you do those things, I promise you, you will build a community of people who truly adore you. And those will be the people who buy your digital products. And before you let fear creep in, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? And I used to have the same fear. Listen, I'm from Virginia. I've been in Virginia my whole life, okay? I forgot there's a whole world outside of the state of Virginia. I forgot there's a whole world outside of the USA. So what I need you guys to know is when you post your content, it goes everywhere. You're international. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this so you realize there are people out here who are waiting to hear what you have to say all over the world from all different walks of life. I have students everywhere. I have students in the UK. I have students in Australia, Canada, Barbados, Jamaica. Amber said she's from Virginia. Listen, I'm telling you, VA in the house. Let's go. You guys, there are people all over the world. I had a one-on-one call with someone yesterday. They're in Jamaica. So I'm telling you, post your content. They're waiting to hear what you have to say. The Netherlands, very good. You guys see, international. I'm trying to tell y'all. People are waiting to hear what you have to say, but they're never going to hear it if you don't post it. So you got to post, okay? Now, what did we say? People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to know us? You guys, listen, I'm never going to tell you to do something that I don't do or that I would not do. I need you to go live. Going live is by far the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, not at all, but it is the best way. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you, engage, interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all are gonna say, that's cool and all, Jazz, but I don't wanna go live. No, I'm gonna just say, fine, don't go live, whatever. But let me remind you of something real quick. You also said you didn't wanna go to work, and you go every day. You work weekends and holidays. You are overworked and underpaid. They only give you a 2% raise every year, and you go in there and you bust your ass to make someone else rich. But you're not willing to bust your ass to make you rich, to build your business, but you'll build someone else's. Oh, okay, cool. Going live is fun because I told you to choose something that you love to do. So when you run it like that, you no longer feel like you're working. You get to talk about things that you want. You get to be yourself. You get to help people the way you want to help people. And you get paid. And I promise you this, if you run your live with structure like how I run mine, and you target people's pain points like how I taught you to, and you are consistent, heavy on consistent, you gotta be consistent. I promise you, You will make more money on live than you ever made at that dusty ass job. And you have freedom. You can run your live anywhere in the world. Maybe you want to finally take a trip, okay? Maybe you haven't been able to afford to take one. Maybe you want to take one with yourself, just a solo trip. If you want to take one with your family, whatever it is you want to do, go take your trip. Because as long as there's internet, which is damn near everywhere in the world, you can run your live anywhere in the world. Run your live in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, whatever you want to do, make your money, and you have the rest of the day to do what your heart desires. You don't have that type of freedom at a job. If you want to take a trip, well, first you got to calculate your PTO. You got to make sure you got enough time to cover the trip, because who can afford a short paycheck? I know I couldn't. Okay, so now you've calculated you got just enough hours, cool. Well, now you got to ask for permission, right? You got to put in a request. You better be on your supervisor's nice side if you want them to approve it. Okay, you got the approval. You better not get sick and you got to miss work, and now you got to try to make up time so you have enough time to cover the trip. That's not freedom. And you know what's crazy about the job I had? Out of 52 weeks a year, you know they only gave us 2 weeks of paid time off? And we had to use our paid time off for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Labor Day, 4th of July, Memorial Day, and President's Day. What? That's America. Now, some of y'all are like, well, I would go live, Jazz, but I'm just shy. Okay, fine. I'm gonna give you that. It's okay. I can work with that because at least it's something that you're willing to do. You're just shy. But that's just being human. You're normal. Listen, it's normal to be shy when you're doing something new. It's not because you suck. It's not because this isn't meant for you. It's not because you're not good enough. It's just because you haven't done it. That's it. There's nothing wrong with you. But the more you do it, I promise you, the better it'll get. Of course, it's going to feel scary. You're going to be nervous. Duh. That's just with anything. But again, if you just keep doing it, I swear to you, you will get to a point where you don't even think twice about it. And you'll be so natural and comfortable. But we can't keep talking about it. Some of y'all just want to talk. We can't. The only way you're going to get through it is to do it. There's no other way. There's nothing I can say to you that's going to make you not camera shy. The only way to not be camera shy is to just do it. You just got to do it. So you got to suck it up, put on your grown woman drawers, and just do it. And I promise you, you will get to a point where you're no longer thinking twice about it. It'll be so natural for you. You'll show up confidently. You'll be making your money, building your business, helping people, and life will be great. Okay? Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to trust us? You guys, I am not telling you to post every day for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post every day is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock somewhere, but most people work extremely hard for their money, okay? Most people work extremely hard. A lot of people are on their feet all day. A lot of people work 12 and 16-hour shifts. A lot of people have very physically strenuous jobs, like they're picking up heavy stuff all day. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, well, then that's going to require you to be trustworthy. So let's do an exercise. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes. But for those of you guys who do, but you're struggling to make sales, this is for you. First of all, we got to remove our ego and pride for 30 seconds. Now, some of y'all are not going to be able to do that because you think you know everything. And there is not anything that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. And if you are that person, fine, stay stuck, because that's what ego does. It keeps you right where you're at. But for those of you guys who can have some humility, you can be teachable. You can remove your ego and pride. I want you to go to your profile and ask yourself this. Now, we got to be honest here. The worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves. You got to be honest. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this. Be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? Because if the answer is no to one or some or all of those questions, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. You should no longer be confused. But I say yet because it can be fixed. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything we talked about on this live. That's the beauty of life. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. It doesn't have to stay the way it is. Nothing in your life has to stay the way it is. So maybe it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, how you can help people. It can be fixed. Maybe you are camera shy. Well, it can be fixed. Maybe you hate your job and you would love to get to a point where you can quit and solely rely on online money. It can be fixed. You could do that, okay? You could do anything. You have the power to do anything. The problem is you have been programmed to think that you can't. You have been programmed to believe that the life that you're living today is how it must stay forever, and that's not true. And listen, most of you guys are not lacking information, okay? You want to make money online. Most of you guys are not lacking information at all. You're not. And if you were, you're not anymore. So maybe you didn't know that ChatGPT can write your ebook, but you know now, so you're no longer lacking information. Maybe you didn't know that YouTube was the most watched platform, but you know now, so you're no longer lacking that information. Maybe you didn't know that you can make a whole bunch of money on live. Well, you know that now, so you're no longer lacking that information. Most of you guys are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. You don't execute nothing. You are the tomorrow person. You're the Monday person. You're the new year, new me, new money. It's September 2025 and ain't nothing new about you. You got new nothing but new excuses. You procrastinate and you procrastinate. Every time it's time to sit down and work on your business and your content, you ain't doing it. You don't implement anything. You have excuse after excuse. In order to run a successful business, whatever success means for you, it is going to require you to be consistent, accountable, and disciplined. You must be those three things in order to run a successful business. Consistent, accountable, disciplined. You're not doing that. You're not doing that whatsoever when it comes to your business, which is why it's not successful. But the crazy thing is, you do that in other parts of your life easily, flawlessly, and effortlessly. When it comes to that job that you hate so much, you're consistent, accountable, and disciplined. You go even when you don't feel like it. Even when you're tired, you still go. They emotionally drain you every day, and you still go. They overwork you and they underpay you. And they have the audacity to only give you a 2% raise every year. And you still go. You go in early, you stay late, you work weekends and holidays. You go in there and you do your job and everyone else's job because you work with some lazy ass coworkers. You're accountable, consistent, and disciplined. When it comes to your kids, You're a great parent. You're accountable, consistent, and disciplined. Even when you're tired, you still parent. Even when you're sick, you still get up and you still take care of your kids. You could be emotionally drained, just tired. And you still sit there and listen to their problems about their classmates, their little friends, their little relationships, and you give them the best advice you know how. You could have just worked a double, and you will still get off work, you'll go home, and you'll help them with their homework, you'll check it, you'll make sure that they did it, and you put them to bed. You could be broke as hell, and they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue how broke you truly are. Because you make sure they have everything they need and want. They will never go without anything, not on your watch. So if that means you gotta work 20 shifts, you gonna do it because you love your kids. You're accountable, consistent, and disciplined. But for some reason, when it comes to you, when it comes to your dreams and your goals, your business, and something that'll just truly make you happy, you're not doing it. No accountability, no consistency, no discipline. The minute it's time for you to show up for you for once, if you don't feel like it, you just don't. If you're too tired, you just say tomorrow. You'd rather spend time on social media and watching movies. You never want to lock into what will change your life. And let me tell you this. We're still on live, and you're still here. We have been on this live for 92 minutes, and you're still here. Because there's something that I said to you this morning that spoke to you. There's something that I said to you this morning that resonated with you. Because if I wasn't truly able to connect with you, you would have left, like everyone else. But you're still here. There's something in your life that you are not 1,000% happy with. How do I know? Because you're still here. You could be anywhere on the internet right now. There are thousands and thousands of content creators on live right now, but you're on this one because there's something about your life that you're not 1,000% happy with, and there's something about your life that you want to change. So my question for you is, when do you want to change it? How much longer do you want to go? Because it's September 2025. It is almost 2026. And we're still dealing with the same problems that we've had for a very long time. In order for you to make the money that you want to make, it's going to require you to change who you are. And this is a pill that most people don't want to swallow. Your life and the way it's going, whether it's good or bad, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Now, some people are going to try to fight it. That's not true. It's not me. No, it is you, and it is true. Your life and the way it's going, whether it's going great or not so great, is a reflection of the choices that you make. And for those of you guys who are struggling financially, those are just reflections of the choices that you choose to make every single day. Now, some of y'all are going to say, it's not my fault. It's the economy. It's the president. No, it is your fault. Because let me be honest with you. Rent prices have been on the rise. This did not happen last night. Rents have been $2,000 and $3,000. That's not new. Food prices have been high. A carton of eggs has been over $10 for how long now? This did not happen last month. Gas prices have been expensive. This has been going on for years. Jobs have been laying off. This isn't new. But yet, every single day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your digital product last year. You'd be making sales today. You could have started your YouTube channel 6 months ago. You could be monetized today. You could be posting TikToks. You could have been building your audience. You could have been on TikTok Live. You would be making sales today. But you choose not to. You choose to spend your free time escaping a life that you're not happy with by distractions. All the distractions that you choose to take part in is really just escapism. So all the weekends that you spend watching Netflix movies, that's escaping. All of the TikTok reels and Instagram reels that you choose to laugh at and share with your friends, that's escaping. All of the happy hours and Taco Tuesdays that you choose to attend, that's escaping. Those are all distractions. Those are all distractions. And see, the reason why we distract ourselves is because we're trying to escape. That's escapism. You're trying to escape a life that you're not happy with instead of creating a life that you never feel the need to escape from. And so I ask you again, how much longer do you want to do that? I don't know about you, but I'm getting older, okay? I will never be this age again, ever again. I'm as young as I'll ever be. I'm not going to continue to waste my time. Maybe you found the fountain of youth somewhere. Maybe you're getting younger, but I'm getting older. And every day I choose to live my life with intention. I choose to create a life that I'm happy with so I don't have to use distractions to escape. In order for you to get the results that you want in your business and in your life, it is going to require you to change who you are. People don't want to accept that part. I'm going to say that again. In order for you to get the results that you want in your business and in your life, it is going to require you to change who you are. Again, some of y'all are going to try to fight me. No, just teach me how to do it, Jasmine. Just teach me how to make money online and I'm going to do it. No, you're not. You're not going to do any of the things because you don't want to change who you are. See, I could tell you what to say on TikTok Live, but you're not going to do it because you refuse to change who you are. Who you are today is full of excuses. So you'll never sit on a TikTok Live because you're going to keep talking about what you're going to do tomorrow. You got to change. I can tell you how to create the digital product, but you're not going to do it because you refuse to change who you are. You're not going to create the digital product if you're still procrastinating. You still choose to spend your time doing everything except the one thing that'll change your life. That has to change. You have to change. Some of you guys have dreams of making 6 figures a year all from your cell phone. You can do it. Listen, I know I'm smart. I know I'm special. I know I'm great. But honestly, I'm not doing anything that you're not capable of doing. I just don't make excuses. You want to make 6 figures a year all from your phone? Fine, you can. But in order for you to do that, it's going to require you to change who you are because who you are today is not equipped. How can you do 6 figures a year when you keep telling yourself what you can't do? Some of you guys say, I can't 20 times a day. That has to change. Some of you guys are hanging out with people who are not going nowhere. They don't have a dream in the world, and those are your best friends. And then you wonder why you're not motivated every day. Because you're talking to people who ain't trying to do nothing with their life. That has to change. You got to change. Some of y'all are like, well, 6 figures is great, but if you could just teach me how to make an extra $500 a month, Jazz, I'll be good with that. That'll change all my financial problems. Fine. You want to make an extra $500 a month? Easy. But it's still going to require you to change who you are, because who you are today is not equipped to do $500 a month. How can you do $500 a month when you want to sit on the couch and watch Netflix all weekend? That's not going to work out for you. If it would, you would already be doing that. But you're not, because you have to change. You have to change. And change is hard, which is why most people don't change, because it's hard. But the life that you're living today that you're not 1,000% happy with, that's hard, because you're doing things that you don't even want to do. You're going to a job that you don't like. You're working there for 8 hours, 12 hours a day. You're not happy there. That's hard. Every single day doing what you don't even want to do, that's hard. So you might as well change. At least the change comes with the life that you're happy with. At least the change comes with peace. At least the change comes with not having to make payment arrangements every freaking week. At least the change comes with fulfillment. Who you see today in front of you, this version of me, is a reflection of all of the changes that I've made, okay? I am nowhere like who I used to be when I first started. Not even close. I told you guys, I had a drinking problem. When I left that job, I had a drinking problem. I was an alcoholic. And you would think that because I left that toxic work environment, it would have got better. No, it actually got worse. I quit during COVID. I quit my job during COVID. So now I'm at home all day. At least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours, right? I had to be sober for that. Well, now I got all day to be drunk. Everything's closed. It got worse. Here I am trying to run my business, trying to build these platforms, be consistent, disciplined, and accountable, and be drunk. I convinced myself that as long as I didn't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not considered a drunk. I told you the worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves. And that's what I told myself. As long as I don't start before 11 a.m., I'm not alcoholic. So I didn't start till 11. But my businesses weren't growing. I was showing up. I'm trying. But I'm not making the sales that I want to make. My platforms aren't growing. My audience isn't growing. Something wasn't right. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, Jazz, if you want to get the results that you've always wanted, if you want to be a six-figure earner, it's going to require you to change. You can't bring this distraction, the alcohol, into this new life that you're trying to create. It's not going to work. If it was going to work, I'd be doing it. But I wasn't. I had to change. So I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in 4 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And since I stopped drinking, since I stopped distracting myself, my platforms grew. My bank account grew. The time that I spent being buzzed, I could now use that towards being productive, being creative, fixing my craft. And so now I make the money that I've always dreamed of making. For those of you guys who want to change, then I want to help you. Heavy on the want. You got to want it. See, I can't help people who don't want it. I can't force change upon people. And if you're 1,000% happy with the life that you live and the way it's going, you're 1,000% happy with the sales that you're making and how your community is growing, then who am I to tell you to change? Keep doing you. If you like it, I love it. Who am I? But if you're not 1,000% happy and you want to do better, you want to make more money, you want to grow your platforms, then I want to help you. See, I'm going to teach you everything you need to be successful online. You want to make money on TikTok lives, how like I do? I'll teach you, whatever. You want to create your digital products? I'll teach you. You want to grow your Instagrams, your YouTubes. You want to show up consistently. You want to stop being camera shy. You want to have confidence in yourself? I'm going to teach you all that. Every single thing. But not only am I going to teach you how to make money online, I'm also going to teach you how to become the version of yourself that you must become in order to actually get it done. See, when you lock in with me, we don't start and stop. Some of y'all started on a Monday and you quit by Tuesday. And then you wonder why you didn't get any results. Well, you didn't even get time. When you start with me, we keep going. We keep going past the self-doubt. We keep going past the excuses. We keep going past the people who are telling you that you can't do it and you're not good enough. We go past all of that. Because when you lock in with me, you are no longer by yourself. You will always have somebody cheering for you and rooting for you every single step of the way. Even if you're the person who's telling yourself you can't. I'm the person that's going to tell you that you can. Because if I can do it, there's no reason why you can't. So, if you're ready, I want to invite you to join my Glow Up Academy. This is the space where I teach you how to make digital money, how to monetize your platforms, how to monetize your story, your passions, your knowledge, all of the things. But not only are you going to learn how to make money, you're also going to learn how to step into that new version of yourself that you must become in order to actually get it done consistently, effortlessly, flawlessly. For those of you guys who are ready, we'll start with TikTok and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, whether you're on TikTok 1 or TikTok 2, it's still the same instructions. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. Now TikTok number 2, my profile looks a little bit different because that's my backup one, so I'm in red dresses, but the link is still the same. You're gonna click on this link right here that says glowuploungehq.com. And then you're going to click on it again right here, glowuploungehq.com. And you'll click on this red button right here that says open. You're going to click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy. And here we are. This is my Skool community. It is only $39 a month and you can cancel at any time. It's $39 a month and you can cancel anytime. Now, one thing I know is this. You are going to become so addicted to the energy, the support, the community, and the love that is in here. If I was able to inspire you, motivate you, and speak life into you this morning on this live, that's only a fraction of what you're gonna get within the community, okay? You are never by yourself. There's not a moment where you're gonna feel confused, where you're gonna feel left out, or you're gonna feel not seen. You have access to ask me any questions. My inbox is always open for you. Any feedback that you want, any questions that you have, I want you to ask. We also meet live every single Thursday at 7 p.m. for our live coaching calls. This is your opportunity to ask any questions that you have, anything that you need to be shown, whether it's on ChatGPT, Canva, whatever it is. I share my screen with my students and we work through everything. Maybe you need motivation. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to become more disciplined, how to stick to the goals that you commit, or how to stick to the promises that you make to yourself. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, come to the calls. Now, I understand sometimes we have to work, or you may have stuff to do with your children, that's fine, because the replays are always available. So you can still watch what was discussed during the class. Okay? And anything that you are confused with, I expect to be hearing from you. I also love Skool because I can see when you logged in last. And when I notice that you've been MIA for a few days, I'm reaching out. Are you working on XYZ, whatever it was that we discussed? This is how you're held accountable. And a lot of times what I've noticed with people is sometimes you start to go back into your old ways, right? You start to feel like maybe you bit off more than you could chew. And you start to slowly feel like you can't do it. Well, I don't allow you to feel that way. Because whatever you're struggling with, we work through it together. and we overcome it together so that you can continue to show up for you. Okay? YouTube. In order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. You're going to leave the live and come to my YouTube channel, and you're going to click on this link right here that says glowuploungehq.com. And then you're going to click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy. And it will take you right to where you need to be. Okay? Now, I only let 10 people in at a time. Believe it or not everyone starts in the same place. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have a million ideas, so we work together to figure out the best idea for you. And then some people have no idea, so then we come up with an idea together. Wherever you're at in your journey, that's fine. I can help you. But I like to make sure I can pour into everyone equally, okay? So I only let 10 people in because more than 10 people at a time for me is just overwhelming, okay? So that's why I only let 10 people in. I'm also going to set a timer for us, okay? I think 10 minutes is plenty of time. I believe that when someone knows that they want to change their life, they change their life. They don't really need to be coerced, right? Because you know there's something that you could be doing better. And those are the people who I'm interested in working with. Because when you know that you want change, even if you're not too sure how to get there, but you know it's what you want, you're the person that's going to see it through. You're the person that's going to continue to put one foot in front of the other because you are so fed up with the life that you're currently living, that you're willing to do what it takes to change it, just like how I changed mine. Okay? So I'm going to set our timer. You guys have 10 minutes. 2 people have already joined, so we have 8 slots left, and then I'm going to close it out, okay? TikTok, again, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. You're going to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Yes, absolutely, Kimberly. You're going to come to my profile. Remember, TikTok number 2, my profile looks a little bit different. You're going to click on this link right here that says glowuploungehq.com. And then you're going to click on it again at the bottom, glowuploungehq.com. You're going to click on this red button right here that says open. And then once you click on that, you're going to click on this button right here that says Glow Up Academy. And then here we are. It's only $39 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Okay? Do you guys have any questions for me? Now, I see you guys joining. Just kind of hang tight. For those of you guys who are joining, as soon as I get off live, I hop right into my Skool and start talking to you. So just kind of hang tight. But what you can do while you wait, I want you guys to go to the classroom tab, and I want you guys to click on this vault right here that says welcome and orientation and start working through that, okay? Start working through that. That maps out how the Glow Up Academy is structured. It also starts teaching you how to create your digital products. So I want you guys to start working through that while you wait for me. Like I said, as soon as I get off live, I hop right into the Skool and I'm gonna start talking to you, figuring out what things you like, what things have you already tried, what things have you noticed haven't worked for you versus have, whatever it is, because we all got different stories, different journeys. We're gonna work through it together. 7 p.m. Eastern. So the live coaching calls are 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, even if you cannot make it, that's fine. The replays are available for you. And you still have access to my inbox, okay? So if you watch the replays and stuff is still confusing, or you want to talk about your specific product because you weren't able to be on the live to ask there, that's fine, because you can still ask me there, okay? Also, you guys, on Sundays, we do book clubs. On Sundays, we do book club. Sunday evenings, we meet for our book club. This is how we shift our mindset. Even if you don't read the chapters, that's fine. I still want you to come. And I still want you to join in on the conversations that we have. I'm always encouraging and challenging you to shift your perspective on things. The way your life plays out has everything to do with what's going on in your head. The way your life plays out has everything to do with what's going on in your head. Some of us have been beaten down so badly, mentally, by people around us, friends, family, toxic lovers, whatever, to the point where you don't even believe that you can. You don't even think you're good enough. You don't even think you're capable of anything. Some of you your insecurities run so deep, but that mindset that you hold on to every single day is literally what's keeping you from doing better. I know it sounds cliche, change your mindset, change your life. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. I used to be negative too. My work environment beat my mindset down. Just destroyed my confidence. But who I am today, you would never know that. You would not have the slightest clue, because I worked on my mindset. And that's why I told you guys, however your life is going today, that's not how it has to stay. A lot of you guys feel like that's how it has to stay until the day you die, and that's not true. But unfortunately, I can't convince you of that. I can tell you. I have proof. I've told you how I changed my life, but I can't convince you. I don't have the power. But if you just put one foot in front of the other and just trust that if I can do it, you can do it too, then you'll be able to prove that to yourself. You'll be able to convince yourself, because you'll be able to see results in your own life. Yes, so the Glow Up Academy, absolutely. So I also had a weight loss ebook as well. Teaching people how to lose weight, teaching people how to lose over 100 pounds like how I did. Absolutely. Okay. TikTok, let me show you guys. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top. Okay, I got you. You're gonna come and click on this top link right here that says glowuploungehq.com. And then you're gonna click on it again at the bottom, glowuploungehq.com. You're gonna click on this red button right here that says open. And then you're gonna click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy. And then here we are. Like I said, it's only $39 a month and you can cancel anytime. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. You're gonna leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel. You're gonna click on this link right here that says glowuploungehq.com. And then you'll click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy. And it will take you right to where you need to be, okay? Very good. We have 6 minutes left. So I gave you guys Canva. I gave you guys ChatGPT. I see you guys joining, just kind of hang out. Like I said, once I get off live, I hop right into the Skool. I gave you guys ChatGPT. I gave you Canva. For those of you guys who are asking, do I mentor? Do I coach? Help you? Let's go. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in, lock in. If I was able to motivate and inspire you on this live, what do you think you'll get in there? Don't give up on yourself, you guys. Don't do that. Do not do that. One more thing I wanted to touch on while you guys join. Listen. A lot of people struggle with confidence. A lot of people struggle with confidence. And honestly, being insecure is normal. That's actually normal human behavior. Most people are insecure. Because in order to overcome insecurities, it's going to require you to do something different than what you're used to doing. In order for you to start to have confidence in yourself, it is going to require you to keep the promises that you make to yourself. Most people don't do that. There's a lot of people on this earth who talk about what they want to do or what they're going to start on Monday and never do. Again, that's normal human behavior. But every single time that you don't stick to the promise that you make to yourself, you are tearing down your confidence to the point where you no longer have any. Let me give you an example so that it makes the most sense. It's like whenever I talk about a man, it's like it clicks. Ladies, let's say you met a man. He checks off every single box for your appearance criteria, okay? He's tall, dark, handsome, all of the things. So you give him your number and y'all start talking, okay? And he's telling you he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Just telling you everything he's gonna do, right? So you're like, okay, yeah. But every time it's time for him to do that thing that he promised you he was gonna do, he doesn't do it. He bails out, he makes an excuse. He tells you next time this, next time that. Well, eventually, your women's intuition is gonna tell you, I can't trust him. He's a liar. I don't believe in anything he's saying no more, right? Yeah. What do you think happens when you do that to yourself? Subconsciously, you stop believing in yourself. You might say, I'm gonna start a business at the beginning of the year, but subconsciously, you know deep down inside you're not. Because you prove to yourself time and time again that every time it's time to keep a promise to yourself, you don't. And so that slowly chips away at your confidence to the point where you have none. So how do we overcome that? How do we fix it so we can start showing up for ourselves, even when it's hard? If you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care how tired you are. If you already said that you were going to do this, that, and the third, then that's what you need to do. If you tell yourself you're gonna go outside and you're gonna do 10K steps today, and then you get off work and you're tired, I don't care. You're gonna do those 10K steps because that's what you told yourself you were gonna do. Maybe you said, I'm gonna make my first YouTube video, and now it's time to make it, and you're trying to get out of it. No, you're gonna do it because you already told yourself that you would. So you will. And over time, as you keep committing to the promises that you make to yourself, you start to build proof to yourself that you can and you will, no matter how hard it gets. And then you get like me to the point where when you don't keep a promise to yourself, you hate that feeling. It becomes reversal. See, because I've developed so much discipline, because I started small and kept going no matter how I felt, I hate how it feels when I don't keep a promise to myself. And because I hate that feeling so much, I refuse to not do what I said I was gonna do because I don't wanna feel the feeling of letting myself down. It used to be the other way around. I used to hate doing it because I'd rather not. Now, you don't have to commit to the biggest part. We start small. So let me give you an example. I lost over 100 pounds. So I knew that I needed to lose 100 pounds, but I didn't hold on to that every day. Because sometimes if the goal is too big, not too big, but if the goal seems so far-fetched, it feels like it's an impossible goal to reach. So we set smaller goals so that you don't feel too overwhelmed about the bigger goal, right? Because 100 pounds, that's a whole person, right? So I wouldn't hold on to that every day. I would hold on to the smaller goals. What smaller things could I do every single day that will get me to that overall goal of 100 pounds lost? Well, I could stop drinking soda. I could walk for 20 minutes. I could not do any fast food. I could cook my meals at home. See how I started creating smaller goals to stick to? And if I just kept sticking to those smaller goals, in time, it would get me to that 100-pound weight loss goal. So that's what I did. So, content. Maybe you want to be a six-figure earner online. Okay. 6 figures is a big number. Not impossible, but it's a big number. It can be overwhelming, especially if you've never made that type of money before. So let's start smaller. What smaller things could you do every day that'll get you to that 6-figure goal over time? Well, you could start by finishing that digital product. You could start by posting one TikTok video. You could start by going live for 10 minutes. You could start by making the YouTube channel. I didn't even say you got to post on it yet, just make the account. You could start by creating your business email. See how now we're doing smaller things that are more obtainable, not too overwhelming, that will get us to that big goal down the line. And when you do it like that, and you prove to yourself time and time again, no matter how tired you are, no matter how much you don't feel like it, but you keep doing it, now you're building your confidence. And you will get to a point where you don't think that you can't do something. There's nothing on this planet that I don't think I can't do. Not anymore. But that's because I have proven to myself time and time again that I can achieve my goals. See how that works? TikTok. In order for you guys to lock in, we have a few more slots left and we're going to close it out. You're going to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're going to come to my profile. You're going to click on this link right here that says glowuploungehq.com. And then you're going to click on it again right here at the bottom, glowuploungehq.com. And you're going to click on this red button right here that says open. And you're going to click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy. And then here we are. It's only $39 a month. You can cancel anytime. And for those of you guys who are hung up on that $39 a month, I don't want to hear it, because the minute it's time to go to Starbucks, you right there. Every time I go to the gym, because I always go to the gym around 11, 12 o'clock, Starbucks line wrapped around the building. 2-3 times. Chick-fil-A lines wrapped around the building 10 times, going down the street 10 miles. And you want to complain about $39 a month? The math ain't mathin', sis. The math ain't mathin'. I don't want to hear it, because the minute it's time to go to Starbucks, Chipotle, Kava, you right there. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you're going to leave my live. You're going to come to my YouTube channel and click on this link right here. This is glowuploungehq.com. And then you're going to click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy, okay? And it will take you right to where you need to be. All right. Do you guys have any questions for me? I recognize usernames too. Some of you guys have been on my lives before. At some point, y'all, you got to execute, folks. At some point, you have to execute. I'm glad you're back, but honestly, if you've been here multiple times before, I would rather you spend the 2 hours that I'm on live building your business. I would rather you be building your business now. You already know what I'm going to say. You already have the prompts, and you're still not doing it because you're not executing. But the reason you're not executing is because you're not willing to change who you are. These motivational lives only get you but so far. I motivate you for an hour, right? Once I end the live, you're motivated for about an hour or two, and then it just kind of fizzles out. And then by 2 o'clock, is right back to the routine. We can't keep living like that, y'all. Letha said, trying to figure out my niche. Let's go, Letha. Lock in. Lock in and let's talk about it. Don't sit there for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Let's figure it out together. Okay? All right, you guys have Canva, ChatGPT, put it together, make a digital product. All right, we've been on here for 15 minutes. I give people 15 minutes to lock in. Let me see, we still have we still have 3 slots left. I'll give you guys a few more seconds and I'm closing it out. We have 3 slots left for those of you guys who are on the fence. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Very good, thank you, thank you. Let's go, let's go. Lock in, lock in, lock in. One last thing too, you guys. TikTok, make sure you follow me. I don't know who they are, but they do steal my videos. One of my students brought it to my attention the other day. They actually block me. So I don't even know that they're doing it, so I can't even report them. They block my account. So I don't even have access to see. And so she sent me a screenshot, and they were literally talking to her in the DMs. So that's why I'm telling you guys, please make sure you follow me. Very good, Amber, very good. Please make sure you guys follow me so you don't get finessed. For those of you guys who are joining, I'm about to hop off right now. So just kind of hang tight. And as you guys are joining, feel free to go to the Welcome and Orientation Vault under the Classroom tab. So you're going to click on the, I already see the messages piling up. I got you. You're going to click on the classroom tab right here. You're gonna come right here to where it says welcome and orientation and start working through that as I come in and start talking to you guys, okay? All right, very good. It's been 16 minutes. We're gonna close it out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope y'all have an amazing Wednesday. Yes, make sure you follow me YouTube. For those of you guys who do wanna follow me on TikTok, please only follow the TikTok account linked to my website. All of this are fake, okay? Very good. I will see you guys who joined right now. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. When you do get tired of not getting the results that you want, I'll be right here ready to help you, okay? Very good. Thank y'all so much. Bye, YouTube.